Hello, welcome to Changsha railway station on the train. Secretly sneaked into one while it was at the station. I'll get off now and we'll explore Changsha Station together. So we step onto a new part of Changsha railway station, the main station of the province of Hu'nan. You might know this either as Mao's home province or onto less political aspects, the province with very spicy food. The new part of the station indeed is very new. So this is the new Intercity platforms and the new Intercity section here. Intercity part of Changsha railway station serving trains presently running between Changsha, Zhuzhou and Xiangtan. This part of the station is new. It wasn't even here when I last gave it a look in 2012, but in the distance, a little bit of the old, along with the new. The new Intercity part of the station also uses very new Intercity trains, looking futuristic, but running maybe not as fast as the national HSR ones. It's more like a tube train in that it has double-leaf, not single-leaf doors. Train services here run inside central Changsha and to destinations beyond, with a fair number of stations also served by the Changsha Metro. Taking a look at the departures hall now, and the main tone is rather cool grey here, with plenty of natural lighting inside the concourse. C-trains indicate intercity services from the departure boards, and here's an anomaly. Unlike other stations where boarding in 3 or 5 minutes before departure, Changsha seems to have struck a balance in closing gates merely 4 minutes before departure. There should be plenty of ticket barriers for everyone at the main set of gates, by the way. Then there was a brief look at the general map for intercity train services between Changsha, Xiangtan and Zhuzhou, all close by. Trains depart Changsha railway station heading south to either Xiangtan or Zhuzhou, each on a separate part of the forked line. As it has to contend with existing roads and buildings, much of a Changsha bit is underground, just like a metro line. The east hall of Changsha Station looks a little bit more modern than its western counterpart, which we'll get to in a moment. The ticket hall is incredibly airy and features only minimal queues as I saw it. Do note, however, that if you're coming in via the metro, the Changsha railway station on the metro gets you to the west square. To get to the east square, you need to exit at Jintai Square Station instead, with exit 4 probably being the closest to the train station. But Changsha Station is much more than merely intercity trains. There's also a connection to regular rail trains taking you further across China. We made a rush to the more traditional part of the station, that bit with slightly longer queues and more people. People here are mostly heading out towards destinations way beyond Changsha and Hu'nan to other parts of the country. The main western departures hall, if you take a look at it, is a design classic of the late 1970s. Waiting halls 1 and 2 are slightly further up the staircase, whilst waiting halls 3 and 4 are to the side of the main hall. In the midst of the impressive main hall, I did find a tiny bit of very new technology, however, station info kiosks designed to help you find out which waiting hall to use for your connection. So this is new here at Changsha Station. Suppose I've got a train departing here and I would go back to Beijing. I know train Z2 does the trick, but I don't know where to go from this huge hall. Well, if I tap in, my train number, and in red it shows you how you should go about getting to train Z2. In this case, waiting hall 1 at Changsha Station. But the dimensions of the main west hall still captured my attention, as these days they look a bit different and maybe a bit cooler with a drab shade of grey rather than the many colours that we see here. Also, in great contrast to the modern day waiting halls, mostly in grey and white, the ceiling art here is very impressive. In fact, the importance of the station as it was built was second only to Beijing, mainly due to the Mao connection as he was born here in the province. Huge windows do lessen a visible amount of natural lighting. And on the outside it was onto revolutionary symbols, this station being built in the final years of the Cultural Revolution. You can see them everywhere, the huge red flame, the clock tower, and of course the name of the station in Mao's script, Changsha, with the first character in traditional characters. Right underneath this is the main station entrance at the West Square. This part of the station, the West Square and the old station building, are a design classic, and are often seen as being the representation of the main Changsha station, such as here in the Changsha Metro. Not far from the main building are the adjacent ticket offices. The West Square has access to Line 2 of the metro system at Changsha Railway Station. So that's it from Changsha Railway Station, a station unique in its own right. I'm going to take Metro Line 2 to the South Station and then on to a high-speed connection back home, so I'll see you guys around.